News from Mars, not just that water was there.
Over the next decade, we may be able to send people to Mars.
Let's visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith.
In the not-so-distant future, the prospect of sending astronauts to Mars becomes increasingly plausible. However, embarking on this interplanetary journey is not without its formidable challenges. The harsh Martian environment presents a plethora of obstacles that astronauts must overcome to ensure their survival. Yet, in the search for innovative solutions, a peculiar and intriguing notion arises: the utilization of Earth's tiniest flowers as a key element in the intricate puzzle of Martian colonization. Enough teasers, don't you think? Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We're talking about watermeal, also known as wolfia. These minuscule flowers are so small that they exist in clumps no larger than a pinhead right here on Earth. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about something smaller than your fingernail, but it might just be the key to life in space. Why is this microscopic plant grabbing the attention of scientists and space enthusiasts? Well, as humanity gears up for longer missions to the Moon and Mars, we're faced with a significant challenge: sustainability. We need a compact food source that astronauts can carry with them and cultivate in the most extreme gravitational environments. That's where watermeal comes into play. Imagine astronauts on a journey to the Red Planet. They can't just pack a picnic basket for the journey. They need a reliable source of food and oxygen. Watermeal could be the answer to both of these crucial needs. So, how do we know if these tiny flowers are up for the cosmic challenge? Well, scientists from Mahidol University in Thailand are on the case. They've been putting watermeal through some rigorous tests under hypergravity conditions. That's up to 20 times the gravity we experience here on Earth. Imagine how intense that is. To conduct these experiments, they use a colossal 8-meter-wide centrifuge with 4 arms, located at the European Space Agency ESA Technical Center in the Netherlands. This isn't your everyday garden experiment. It's next-level science. They've been spinning watermeal for weeks and months to understand how it reacts to such extreme gravity. You might wonder why scientists are so interested in these teeny-tiny plants. Well, it all comes down to the fact that watermeal is incredibly unique. Unlike the plants we see on Earth, it doesn't have roots, stems, or leaves. Instead, it's basically a sphere that floats on the surface of the water. This simplicity is what makes it perfect for space experiments. Because watermeal lacks all those complex structures, scientists can focus directly on how it responds to changes in gravity. It's like a blank canvas, and they're painting a picture of how it survives and thrives under the harshest conditions of space. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. How did watermeal fare in this cosmic experiment? Well, it turns out these tiny plants are tougher than they look. Despite the extreme gravity, watermeal didn't just survive, it thrived. It continued to grow and develop, proving that it might just be the perfect companion for astronauts on their journey to the unknown. The fact that watermeal can adapt and flourish under these conditions is a game-changer for the future of space exploration. It's like having a green thumb in the vacuum of space, and it means that astronauts won't have to rely solely on shipments from Earth for their sustenance. Watermeal is like a powerhouse in space. It's not just any plant, it's a champion of photosynthesis, which means it pumps out oxygen. That's like having your own personal oxygen generator when you're light years away from Earth. But that's not all. Watermeal is also a fantastic source of protein, making it an excellent candidate for astronauts' meals in space. You might be surprised to know that watermeal is not an alien plant. In fact, it's been a part of our diets for a long time. People in some countries have been enjoying it as a meal, sometimes paired with a fried egg in soup or as part of a salad. The amazing thing is, when you eat watermeal, you're consuming 100% of the plant. No waste, no fuss, just pure nutrition. And this unique feature makes it super promising for space-based agriculture. Another fantastic characteristic of watermeal is its quick life cycle. It lives fast, as you could say. In just 5 to 10 days, you can witness its entire life cycle. This is great for scientists because it means they can study and understand how this plant behaves in space environments within a short period. So, how do we know that watermeal can thrive in the harsh conditions of space? Well, scientists aren't just guessing. They're putting watermeal to the test. They've set up an experiment where watermeal is grown under conditions that mimic the Martian landscape. Think about it as a Martian boot camp for plants. In this experiment, watermeal is placed in boxes equipped with LEDs that replicate natural sunlight. Then, it's subjected to a gravitational force of 20 times that of Earth's surface gravity. That's some serious G-force. They're not using any ordinary machine for this. It's the Large Diameter Centrifuge, LDS, that spins containers of watermeal at an astonishing speed of up to 67 revolutions per second. Imagine watermeal going for a spin in space. It's truly a sight to behold. So, how do we know that watermeal can handle the harsh conditions of space? Well, scientists aren't taking chances. They've set up some pretty remarkable experiments. It's like a plant boot camp for space. First, they place watermeal in boxes fitted with LEDs that simulate natural sunlight. Then, they expose it to a gravitational force that's 20 times stronger than what we feel here on Earth. Imagine being 20 times heavier. It's intense. To create this heavy environment, they use a large diameter centrifuge, LDS, that can spin containers of watermeal at speeds of up to 67 revolutions per second. That's a space dance for plants. The experiments aren't just about growing watermeal in space-like conditions. They're all about understanding how this tiny plant adapts and thrives under different levels of gravity. And here's the exciting part. After just 2 weeks of experimenting, they get to see 2 generations of watermeal. This means they can observe how it grows, changes, and reproduces under extreme gravity. But they don't stop at just watching. After the experiments, they closely examine the plants. Then, they transform the plant into solid pellets, which they can take home for further analysis. This in-depth chemical analysis reveals the secrets of how watermeal responds to hypergravity. But that's not all. Watermeal has another incredible trait that makes it an ideal space companion. It's a fast grower, completing its entire life cycle in just 5 to 10 days. This rapid growth makes it an excellent candidate for scientific experiments because you can observe its entire life journey in a very short time. With all this research and watermeal's incredible abilities, what's next? Well, the possibilities are thrilling. Scientists are exploring the idea of growing watermeal in space, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem for astronauts. This means less reliance on Earth for supplies, making those long space missions more achievable. Picture this: astronauts on Mars taking care of their tiny floating gardens of watermeal, ensuring a constant supply of food and oxygen. It's a vision that could revolutionize space travel. These little flowers could very well be the key to the next phase of our cosmic adventure. In the grand story of space exploration, it's often the smallest things that hold the most significant potential. Watermeal, the tiniest flowering plant on Earth, isn't just a plant. It's a symbol of our determination to conquer the cosmos. As we gear up for missions to Mars and beyond, we now have a tiny companion in watermeal. It's not just a plant, it's a lifeline for astronauts in the vastness of space, providing sustenance and oxygen when they need it most. So next time you see a pinhead-sized clump of watermeal, remember that it's not just a tiny plant. It's a symbol of our journey to the stars. The universe may be vast, but with the help of these minuscule wonders, we are one step closer to making it our new home. That's all for today's cosmic journey. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things space and science. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep your eyes on the stars.